Okay, when I say the word dragon, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably a giant, scaly, fire-breathing monster, right? A beast for a hero to slay. Well, get ready, because in China, the dragon, or long, is something else entirely. It's not just a myth, it's kind of like the backbone of a civilization, a symbol of cosmic power and a blueprint for harmony.
I mean, the difference is just night and day. In the West, the dragon is all about chaos and greed, a destructive force, all about fire. But in the East, it's a symbol of wisdom and good fortune, a life-giving force of water. One's a monster to be killed, the other's a god to be respected. Which brings up a really big question.
Seriously, how did one single idea, the dragon, split into two totally opposite legends? To figure that out, we have to actually take the dragon apart, piece by piece, and see what it's really made of. Right, so the Chinese dragon wasn't just some fantasy creature dreamed up overnight. Its very form is this brilliant piece of engineering. It's part political symbol and part, believe it or not, early science.
So get this, the dragon is basically a mashup of 9 different animals. And this wasn't random, not at all. You see, as ancient tribes in China started to come together, they literally merged their sacred animal totems, creating one single super creature. It's like a visual metaphor for unity, taking all these different strengths to build something way more powerful.
But that's only half the story. The dragon's origins aren't just about politics on the ground. Its story is also written in the clouds, in the rivers, and especially in the storms.
Think about it. For an ancient farming society, the weather wasn't just, small talk. It was literally life and death. So seeing a tornado or a waterspout, this powerful serpentine force twisting through the sky, that was the dragon. This was their way of explaining real-world weather. It was ancient climate science, a metaphor for understanding the powerful forces of nature that brought the rain they desperately needed to survive.
And this is where it gets really organized. See, not all dragons were created equal. Kind of like a huge corporation, they had specific jobs and responsibilities in this grand cosmic hierarchy. It's like a whole celestial ladder, a bureaucracy of dragons. Way up top, you've got the Tianlong, guarding the heavens. Then there's the Shenlong. These are the spiritual dragons, the ones farmers would pray to because they controlled the wind and the rain. Below them, the Dilong managed all the rivers and seas on Earth. And finally, the Fukonglong were the guardians of hidden treasures deep underground. It's a totally interconnected system. Now, if there's one secret code, one number you need to remember to really unlock the dragon's full power, it's this one: 9.
The number 9 is just woven into the dragon's DNA. It's everywhere. It's made from 9 animals, right? It's said to have 9 famous sons, and you can see their faces all over traditional Chinese architecture. Oh, and it's covered in exactly 81 scales. That's 9 times 9. As the highest single-digit number, 9 meant completeness, perfection. It was the ultimate expression of yang, or masculine heavenly energy.
So with this deep connection to perfection and ultimate power, it's really no surprise who claimed the dragon as their personal brand, the emperor himself, who was known as the son of the dragon. And believe me, they took this stuff seriously. There was a strict visual code of power. You see a dragon with 5 claws on each foot? That was for the emperor and only the emperor. Same with the colored yellow, which represented the center of the universe. If you were a lower-ranking noble, sure, you could use a dragon, but yours would only have 4 or 3 claws. It was a crystal-clear symbol of who was in charge.
You've probably seen that image, right? The dragon chasing a fiery ball? Well, it's not playing fetch. That flaming pearl is a huge deal. It symbolizes wisdom, spiritual energy, truth, even immortality. So the chase? That represents our endless quest for knowledge and enlightenment. The dragon isn't hoarding treasure, it's pursuing wisdom.
So let's bring it back to our original question. When you lay it all out side by side, the contrast is just stunning. One is a wise serpentine protector tied to water and good fortune. The other is a vicious reptilian destroyer tied to fire and chaos. It's truly 2 different worlds, 2 completely different philosophies, all under one name.
But don't think for a second that this is all just ancient history. This symbol is alive and kicking. And honestly, it's more powerful and relevant today than ever before.
I mean, today, the dragon's name is on China's supercomputers and its space missions. That's a huge statement about technological ambition. We hear the term dragon economy to describe global economic power. And culturally, it's this incredibly powerful unifying symbol for Chinese people all over the world who proudly call themselves descendants of the dragon.
And this ancient philosophy also gives us a really powerful model for modern leadership.
The idea is that real strength isn't just about the dragon's yang, raw power, authority. That has to be balanced with the yen of the phoenix, things like wisdom, grace, and patience. It's a blueprint for teamwork, where force is always tempered by insight.
So when you boil it all down, the dragon is so much more than a mythical beast. It's like a form of cultural DNA. It stands for this deeply held philosophy about finding harmony between the natural world, our own human ambition, and the right way to use power. So the dragon's secret then isn't about fire or treasure. It's a timeless lesson that real, lasting power comes from balancing opposites, being flexible but also strong, having ambition but also wisdom. It's an ancient symbol that offers a pretty powerful modern blueprint for success. Which, of course, leaves us with one final question for you. How will you use the dragon's power?